Excellent prod. Excellent prod.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again? Rants and Gunner in the building. What you telling me, Lee?
I'm good, man. Sun shining. Yeah, life's good. Life's good. No football. We don't care about football, Rants. We don't want to talk about football. Says two girl them talk or saying. We ain't talking about football today, bro. Yeah, we ain't talking about football today. Yeah, let's just talk about life. How's life, bro? You good?
But all good. You know what I'm saying? All good, fam. Can't complain. You know what I'm saying, man? Just getting the steps in and that, bro. To get the weight back down. Trying to get back out in the ring for me, bro. So.
How's that when you're fighting?
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, it's all good, man. Can't complain. Big up the chat. You already know what time it is. Do you know what I mean? It's silly season, obviously. When there's not obviously Premier League games, there's always loads of transfer news. So yeah, man, we're just soaking it all in, bruv. Do you know what I mean? United getting linked to some decent names, and yeah, man, we just need to finish the season strongly, and then I don't know, summer could get really exciting still.
Yeah, I see Skelly was linked. To Arsenal, to Man United. Yeah, I see Skelly, but apparently he wants to move, which kind of makes sense as well, to be fair, because he ain't getting any game time, bro. Yeah, and he do all right.
How many starts has he got in the league this season? Has he got any starts in the league?
He's had a few. I don't know exactly how many, but he ain't played a lot. He ain't played hardly any. Yeah, which is kind of jarring as well, because when he's played all right, but he's barely played, and he was supposed to play in midfield. Yeah, I think it was the Wigan game,
and then someone got injured, innit?
Yeah, it was Calafiori got injured. Yeah, and then we put him back to left back.
Yeah,
and he weren't great in that game. But yeah, I don't know if he's started any games. I have no idea. But he's a good player. Yeah, it'd be sad to see him go, but listen, it is what it is. Life's, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if we can do it,
40 million. Happy days,
I think we can. If we can do it, then we have to do it, mate. I'll be honest. I think it's a good signing. If we can get it done, I think it's a good signing if we can get it done for multiple reasons. I think it's the right age. Obviously the homegrown quota as well, and for his age, he's got experience as well. And I don't think he's reached his ceiling. I think he can improve, innit? I think that's the main thing. If we sign players that I don't think can improve, then I think they need to be top level already. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he's top level already, but I think he can get better, and he won't be expensive either. So, like when I see what he has done so far, the games that he's impacted, I've seen him play well against City. I've seen him play well against Real Madrid. So I know that he has potential to get better, innit? So if he's not going to cost loads of money, I just think it's a common sense signing, bruv. Like, and these are the kind of signings that Man United should be making anyway. Like good English talent. Like, why not? I'm not against it, and I think he's got the temperament to play for Man United because he's got that bastard streak in him, bruv. And I like my players to have that.
Yeah, he's a bit cocky, isn't it?
I like he is.
Like, he ain't won nothing, so he shouldn't have cockiness. But I like the fact that he wants to be cocky.
Yeah.
He has to back the cockiness kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like,
streak.
Yeah, he's got that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think you need that. I think you need that at the top level in sport. You need to have that kind of nasty streak about you. You know what I mean? You need to have a bit of confidence. So. Like, I'm not against that. Like, I'm not one of them players.
He ain't good at left back, bro. A left back is a waste of time.
I don't think he's bad at left back, but I think that defensively he's not good. But one thing I would say is, the Manchester United that I want to build, I don't want to be buying defensive left backs anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I want left backs that can attack, that can help us win games. Like, I don't care about these defensive left backs, bro. Because I remember when we had Wan-Bissaka and we were talking about how good he was defensively. And then we were like, yeah, but you can't attack. He's shit, blood. What kind of team you trying to build? Like, do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like, it's all well and good getting a right back that's really good at defending, but there's not many right backs that are really good at defending that can also attack, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what team are you trying to build? Are you trying to build a mid to low block team that just stink the place out? Or are you trying to smash teams up? So if you're trying to smash teams up, you play him at left back, you attack. And that's it. Like, people are saying, no, he's a midfielder. A lot of these guys.
To be fair, he is a midfielder.
Yeah, but so was Lewis Hall at one point. Do you know what I'm saying? At some point, yeah, these players need to accept that, cool, this is your position, and learn. The same with Aiden Heaven. He was a midfielder as well. And now he's a centre-back. So it's one of them things where, as a player, you need to just decide, all right, cool, I'm a left-back now. I need to improve on left-back things, innit? I'm not a midfielder anymore. I don't have dreams of playing in midfield anymore. It's not going to happen. Like, he just needs to accept that he's a left-back now.
Yeah, but then can he do the basics? Can he cross the ball? Can he overlap?
That's the stuff that he needs to work on, Lee. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then
that's the stuff that he needs to work on. And that Man United,
from a 6 years old, that guy's played in midfield, bro.
Yeah, but so the one thing about playing in midfield,
18, 19, now you've got to try and reinvent him, which you can.
But not necessarily, Lee. You know why? Because you know what it is? The one thing about playing in midfield that lends well to every position is the midfielders tend to be the technicians, innit? Like, he carries the ball well, Lewis Skelly. So him not being good at crossing the ball is not because he can't technically strike a ball. It's because he ain't got the reps. So if you're Manchester United, you keep him behind just like they keep behind Lenny Euro and Aiden Heaven, because they said that Lenny Euro and Aiden Heaven do extra work with Johnny Evans and Jonathan Woodgate every session. Like, they're not allowed to leave when everyone else leaves. And they need to keep him behind, and they need to get him to put 1,000 crosses into the box after training. That's it. Like, bro, they get paid enough money.
All the time,
No, but bro, they get paid enough money. I'd be like, cool.
No, they do. Yeah, but do you know what I don't understand? Do you know what I've never understood? Yeah, fucking didn't drop my phone. Do you know what I've never understood? You know, when they go into training, I know a lot of the training isn't actually training. They know how to play football, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of like doing tactics and stuff like that for each game that's coming up. But you know what I don't understand? Why do they only do 3 hours? Why do they only do what? Day? 3 hours. Why aren't they there for the whole day?
Nah, you know what? Nah, but it depends though, innit? Because obviously there'll be days that will be tactical days. There'll be days that will be like shape days. There'll be days that will be recovery days, etc., etc. And then obviously the extra work is optional usually it's optional for some players, innit? But really and truly, if you're one of the younger players, I like the fact that the men are getting told that they're staying behind. But also, you shouldn't be told that you're staying behind. You should just stay anyway.
Yeah.
You know the ones, and that's the difference.
Yeah, but this is the thing with both our clubs. Who are the young players looking up to at our clubs? Yeah, because what, are they looking up to Bruno?
Yeah, but this is why. But this is why you need older players at the club league, because these are the guys that set the culture. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's why Real Madrid keep winning, bro. Yeah, because every time a player comes in, yeah, they kept on Modric, they kept on Cruz, Casemiro back in the day. Yeah, Sergio Ramos. Yeah, even at Barca, Jordi Alba, the Messi's. And all
but bro, we had that at Manchester United, bro. Giggsy played till he was 40. Scholesy played until he was like 38 or something like that. Like, you need these older players. This is why I want Casemiro to stay. Obviously, I know he's not staying. However, like, as much as I don't like Bruno, yeah, Bruno's old enough here that at least whatever standards that are at the club, he will keep them there. The same with Harry Maguire. I don't love Harry Maguire, but Harry Maguire understands Manchester United Football Club. Yeah. Like, he understands it, bro. So he's not gonna let these kids come in and do bullshit. So does Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans understands
Johnny Evans knows that inside out.
Do you know what I mean? Johnny Evans is a Saleh Ferguson player. So when Johnny Evans is telling Aiden Heaven and Lenny Euro that, yeah, you're staying behind for extras, they're like, all right, cool. Like, no problem.
Yeah, they can't
and they're doing it now. Do you know what I mean? So these are the kind of guys you need. Michael Carrick's another one. He's a Ferguson player. So when you've got these people in the club, keeping these guys behind, they're going to get better. Like, they are. So if Skelly's going to come in, yeah, these are the kind of guys that need to get hold of him.
Yeah, because who is he looking up to at Arsenal that's going to nurture him in this position?
No one.
Left back on midfield. Who?
No, because who's he got? Calafiori,
Declan, Zubimendi, like who? Calafiori.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah, Incapi, bro, they're all new players.
It's true. But who's your experienced players, like your older players? What, Trossard?
Martinelli. It's been Saliba, Gavi. Yeah. Saliba's been in, what, 7 years?
How old's Trossard? Trossard's over 30, right?
Trossard's about 31, I think. 30,
yeah, he must be one of your only over 30 players. I swear you don't have many 30-year-old players in your squad, do you?
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, this is my point. Yeah, I can see why Mertesacker left or wants to, or is leaving at the end of the season. Yeah, because like he's given a pathway to these players. Yeah, and then the manager just uses them to suit any narrative that's going on at the time. Yeah, so like with Ethan, he made him the youngest ever Premier League player. Why? Because he got rattled by Ivan Toney tweeting. Nice kick at one of the boys. Like, what are we doing it? No, it's jarring, isn't it? Yeah. Then Dalman, he threw him on because, well, fuck it, I'll just fire him on. Yeah. And then obviously he done a madness and scored a goal. Now, we go, oh, it was an easy goal. No, you still got to get round 2 players, mate, in your own half and run the whole length of the pitch. Yeah. But again, I knew he wouldn't play at the weekend. Yeah, and that was the game he should have thrown him on in. Yeah. Then when you look at you look at Ethan now, he's gone. He's on loan. Yeah. You look at Reece Nelson. I know he was under Wenger before that. Yeah. But at the same time,
he's also like, bro, he's also a good footballer though.
Yeah, like, Reece is a good footballer, but I
liked Reece Nelson. I don't know anything about Reece Nelson from like a personality point of view because I don't support Arsenal in it. But what I've seen of this guy can play football. That's one thing I do know.
Yeah, if you know what I'm saying? A bit of freedom to do what he wants. It's not consistent enough for Arsenal work. Yeah, he's a good player for Premier League football in this era.
He's a baller. Do you know what I mean? From what I've seen, and the same with Emil, but Emil's was injuries.
Yeah, but again, Emil Smith-Rowe, he's a good player. So
he is a very good player.
But this is where you have to. I remember we played you. Smith-Rowe got injured in the warm down. How'd you get injured in the warm down at Old Trafford, bro?
Nah, no, stop that. How can you get injured in a warm down?
Yeah, he got injured in the warm down at Old Trafford.
Nah, that's
he came on for 10 minutes, then got injured in the warm down. Yeah, and now he's at Fulham. Yeah, Reece is at Leeds. Yeah, Dalman. Yeah, he'll be the next one to be shafted by this manager. And this is the problem. Yeah, when you look at teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona, they've got players that have been there, seen it, done it, and won it. Any young lad coming through the team now can look up to Pedri. Yeah, because Pedri's been there long enough, bro. Yeah, even though he's young, he's got mad experience. Yeah, and
he's the equivalent to what Saka's supposed to be for Arsenal, isn't it? Saka's only 24, right? But he's been playing for like 6 years or something.
Yeah, a bit like Pedri. They got Pedri from Las Palmas. Yeah, most people don't even know he came from Las Palmas.
They just assume he's an academy player. He's been there so long, innit?
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like players will come through and aspire to be Pedri. Right? Is anyone coming through aspiring to be Bukayo Saka? They look into Saka and saying the way Saka conducts himself, I'd imagine he's a proper model pro. Yeah. So he'll teach him the club. He knows the club and all of this and that, and that's the good side of it. Yeah, but then when it comes to performances, Max Damon is a totally different player to Saka. Trossard, completely different. Martinelli, they're all totally different players. Madueke, apparently he's injured as well. Yeah, like all of our players.
I've seen him in a knee brace or something like that.
Yeah, that's because he keeps tripping over the ball, bro. He's probably done an ACL.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's probably done an ACL, bro. He keeps twisting himself up.
Has there been any update on that Madueke situation?
I haven't even seen it. I've been chilling. But my mate texted me and said that Madueke's out injured. I texted him saying, how the FC he injured? Then he ain't replied. So I don't know. He just texted me saying he's injured. But this is the thing, it's like when even at Man City, somebody said about Foden got injured as well, When you look at Man City and you go through the academy at Man City into the first team, but look at the players they got there. Rodri, even Foden. Foden's a young player in terms of age. Yeah, but he's got mad experience, bro.
Yeah. Foden's another one that's 7 years deep or something like that.
Same with Saka, same with Pedri, players like that. When you go and have a look at Real Madrid and Barcelona and teams like this, they know the club inside out. Yeah, and these players that I've just mentioned before that know the club inside out. However, Saka don't win nothing. Yeah, Saka don't win nothing. Man United ain't winning nothing at the minute. Yeah, so it's like, who's coming through your academy or coming to your club and going, right, cool, I need to sit down. It's not like when you had Gary Neville. Gary Neville was a sick right back. I don't want to hear no one tell me otherwise. He was unbelievable right back. However, he did have a great team around him. He was very competent at what he did. He was a solid 7 out of 10 every week, like Nacho Monreal on the other side. For my team. You just knew Nacho's in the team, Neville's in the team. You know you're getting a 7 out of 10 minimum. Every week. Every week. Where's the player now that's going to come through or come to your club that they can go, right, I need to pick that guy's brains. Teach me. Because we ain't got one at my club, bro. We got Timber.
Yeah, but that's the difference. But this is why I say that your team's not a winning team, Lee. And the thing is, winning culture needs to be built over years, innit? The one thing I can say about my team is we got loads of players in my team that have won stuff, bro. So people can say United ain't a winning team, yeah, or we're not winning at the moment. But remember, we won our last trophy like 2 years ago, bruv. Like most of these guys were here. Most of these guys have lifted a trophy at this football club. I think the only guys that haven't lifted a trophy at this club are the guys that Ineos have brought in. They're the only guys because they've only been here for 2 seasons. So there's a bag of winners at my football club. There's a bag of winners.
Just because they won trophies doesn't mean that they're like.
No, but they've also won trophies here as well. Do you know what I mean?
Not
just one trophy.
What I'm saying is, anyone coming through aspiring, are they aspiring to be Bruno?
I wouldn't say so. No,
they're aspiring to be Luke Shaw.
No,
Luke
I don't
Shaw
think
gets
so.
your club. He's been there a decade, yeah. But are they going, Luke, tell me this, teach me this, do this, yeah? And if they are,
I don't think so. I don't necessarily think so. But I think there's a level of respect for these guys because of what they've achieved or what they've won anyway. Do you know what I mean? I think that the respect in football comes from that. Like, I don't care what anyone says, yeah. Like, as someone that's played the game and also someone that's coached, yeah, players respect players that have won stuff and that have done stuff in the game. And when players haven't done stuff, like even managers as well. As a manager, if you haven't played football, yeah, and man see you in training and you can't do 2 kick-ups, players don't rate you. I don't care what no one says. Like, people can do the politically correct stuff all they want, innit? Like, as a manager, as soon as things go wrong, players are going to look at you and say, bruv, you don't know shit. You never played. They're going to do that because it's our nature. It's our nature. Like, if your manager can't join in 2-touch with you or keep ball with you or, you know what I mean, anything like that.
Or Rondo or whatever.
Yeah, anything like that. If your manager, bro, there's a certain level of respect you're never going to have for man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's teaching you how to fight and they can't fight, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, if someone's teaching you how to fight and you can see that they can't fight or they haven't fought, there's a certain level you're never going to have for them, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my main coach now is an active fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what matchroom shows and all that makes. So the level of respect I've got for this guy, like, I can literally put his name into YouTube and watch his fights. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but now you're going to listen. So if he says
that's what I mean. The level of respect that I've got for man,
you're going to take that in and you're going to listen.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different level of respect you have. So when Rashi was indirecting man and saying, Ollie, he's played the game and that, man are indirecting man because Jose's won all these things, but guys are gonna fucking disrespect man. They are going to, bro, naturally, because they haven't done it. Do you know what I mean? Man can say some of the best boxing coaches weren't great, but it doesn't matter about being great boxers. You don't have to be a great boxer, but you still have had to have gotten into the ring, yeah? Or else a lot of men are just not going to respect you. And I'm not saying you had to be great. Arsene Wenger wasn't a great footballer, but he still played football.
Same as Jose.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Fergie was a great footballer as well. And
Fergie was a bad boy striker. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Bad boy. He was unreal, mate.
He was a bad boy striker.
People don't even know how good Fergie was, bro.
Because, bro, even in boxing, you can have an amateur career, not turn pro and be a good coach, but you still went through the amateurs. You see what I'm saying? That there's a misconception. You don't have to be good, because the thing is, being a good athlete comes down to, a lot of the time it comes down to luck. You got 2 athletic parents, bro. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have good genetics, there's only so far you can go, innit? So you could be like the smartest guy, but your body just can't do what your brain wants it to do. And you can be a great coach and you could just not be a good athlete. You see it all the time.
And I'll tell you neither.
What's that?
I'll tell you neither.
Yeah, and then you get some players that are amazing athletes, but they've got nothing upstairs league. Do you know what I mean? You see it all the time as well. You see it all the time. They have great careers because they're amazing athletes, yeah? And then, bro, like, when it comes to doing the coaching, they can't do it. Like, in boxing, Roy Jones, like, freak of nature as a fighter, horrible coach, bro. Like, I ain't never seen him coach no one to do anything but lose, bro.
Yeah, Nathaniel in the chat said about Rooney. Rooney was an unbelievable footballer. Shit coach. Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard's an all right coach, but he ain't a great coach, and he never will be a great coach. He's
in football, most of the time, the best footballers are not good coaches, because what makes them great, they have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
it's
have
true.
nothing to do with it.
It's true.
Like,
It's true. It's true.
like, do you know what I mean? It's not like these footballers weren't good and they made themselves better because they knew what they was doing. They were just always good. And when you're always good, a lot of the time you don't know why.
It's
You don't know
but
why.
It's like in anything in life, right? If you're good at playing the piano, you're good because I don't know why, but I can play the piano. Yeah, I can't play a piano. You can't play a piano, but somebody might be able to just fucking start playing the piano, bro, and they'll just be lit and learn it real quick.
No, 100%, bro. Like, I know people that can listen to music, yeah, and just fucking work it out, bruv. Like, you know them ones there. Like, it's weird, isn't it? But it's a skill that these people have, but they're not going to be able to teach you how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear it. Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But when I used to do my previous job, yeah, I'd take people out knocking on doors with me and I'd say, shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, don't talk. If the customer's talking to you, then answer the question. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Bro, you teach and teach and teach and teach, but they can't do what I do.
You can't teach people, how to be good with people because it's a skill set. Like being able to listen to someone, being able to read the room, being able to read body language, all these other things are skill sets that you can't teach people. Some people naturally are just better with people than others. That's what it is. That's a skill in its own.
Better at football.
Exactly. It's a skill in its own.
Me and Aaron was sat here earlier. We watched Van Persie and best goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, that guy was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was nuts.
Then we put on Messi best goals afterwards. Then we put on Zidane best goals. Then we put on the best goals of all time. Yeah. And I was like, look at every single player. One of the clips here was Kaka against your lot at Old Trafford, where he made the players run into each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it was.
I remember, he headed the ball past them, man.
Yeah, he headed it past them, they just run into each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you can't teach that.
Nah.
Yeah.
He's a genetic freak though, man.
Somebody, yo, when you're in this position, do this. You can't teach that, bro.
Yeah.
Zidane slapping that volley against Leverkusen. It's just instincts, bro. Zlatan when he done the overhead kick against England.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. You can't teach that, bro. You need to understand that Zlatan was a genetic freak. Then on top of that, he's got all that taekwondo experience, which means that his ability to control his body in certain planes that normal human beings can't do, bro. All of this has come from his life experiences. He can't teach you to be able to think that fast and to be able to get your leg that high and to be able to do that, bro. Can't do it. That's why the only guy that looks like Robin Van Persie is his son, bro. Like, and that's it. That's it, bro. Like, he's not going to be able to coach a player to be a good finisher. That's why when you've got Henry coaching Lukaku to finish, what's the point? Like, what's the actual point? There's no point in that. You know what I mean? Like, Henry's not going to turn Lukaku into Henry, bro. Like, it's just, it can't happen. It can't happen. You see what I'm saying? So, this is what people need to understand, bro. This is what people need to understand, bro. I think people give coaches way too much credit, bro. There's a lot of stuff that they cannot do, guys. And this is why when I was making the point, when I was making the point with like the Pep Guardiola situation and also like the Sir Alex Ferguson situation, the truth is, I think that coaching, is extremely overrated, bro. Yeah, extremely
just
overrated.
Let the players sort it out.
Yeah, because the thing is, you can be a great coach, understands, that they don't actually have to do much, bro. In my opinion, coaching is working smarter and not working harder, bro.
It's managing individual rather than the collective.
But exactly.
Look at Fergie, yeah? The players at Man United just get pissed off because Cantona could walk in jeans and a t-shirt, bro, but everyone else had to wear a club suit. Yeah, but it's Cantona. You have a go at Cantona, you've lost him. It's done.
No, 100%.
But then he'd have a go at Giggsy, and call him out because he knew that and draw out the best of his ability. Yeah, but then with other players, he'd talk nice with them. Yeah, he'd never call out certain players here and there. Yeah, Roy Keane, he'd fire him up. Yeah, it's like, it's man management.
Yeah, but that's what made Fergie great, and that's also why Fergie, but that's also why Fergie never gave us any more other good managers, because all the things he was good at, he couldn't teach someone because it was who he was.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the difference, bro. And that's the difference between Sir Alex Ferguson. And this is why I say, he was a great man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all this, like, coach, if we're saying coaching is tactical, yeah, then he's not the best coach. Like Rooney said that the best coach he worked with was Louis van Gaal. I understand that because Louis van Gaal was a better coach. However, when it comes to man management, it was him, bro. And this is why I think that people give way too much they put too much stock in coaching, bro. Is can you get the best out of these 22 players that you have? Because if you do, most of the time you're going to win the game. And if my 22 is better than your 22, and I'm getting 90% out of my 22, and you're getting 70% out of your 22, my 22 is going to smash your 22. And that's just all it is, bro. Like, that's, in my opinion, that's what coaching is. You give me the players, I look at what their strengths and weaknesses are, I minimize their weaknesses, and I play towards their strengths as much as I can. That's all I can do as a coach. I'm not going to be telling man to be doing stuff that don't suit them because it doesn't make no sense, bro. This is why I don't believe in coaches having a preferred formation. I don't believe in having a preferred style of play. I don't believe in having a preferred anything. You have to show me what I'm working with first. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to show me what I'm working with first. I wouldn't go into any team with the idea of how I want to play before I see what players I have.
Yeah, facts.
That's the difference.
Facts.
That's the difference. Whereas all these managers now, they're walking into teams saying, all right, cool, this is the football I want to play. I don't care what players I've got. This is how we're playing. Fuck that. Like, what is that?
Yeah, but this is where we're at with modern football runs. You know, there's no individuals on the pitch anymore. Yeah, who was it that said it to me the other day? I can't remember who it was, or somebody said it. It might have been the next footballer, I can't remember, a podcast or whatever. They said it's almost like the managers are playing the game now, not the players.
They are. But that's why the game's not good.
Because the managers ain't good. Because
they
want to be in the game, but they're not. So they micromanage the whole game. Yeah, there's no individuality. All the players I just mentioned a minute ago, bro, come on, man. Yeah, where's the next Zidane? Yeah, and you don't even need to be anywhere near as good as Zidane, but is there a player anywhere similar to Zidane in this era? Nope. Where's a Kaká? Where's a Bergkamp? Where's a TC? Yeah, where's a Scholesy? Where's a Van Persie, bro? Yeah, where's a Rooney? Yeah. There ain't one. Yeah, because there's no individuality. Yeah, there's none. Because they micromanage every single aspect of the game. Yeah, which is why the game is on an all-time low.
I agree.
Yeah, it was Bale. It was Gareth Bale. Bless up, bro. Big up,
what happened with Gareth Bale?
It was Gareth Bale that said that. He said the managers are playing the game, not the players.
Yeah, but Gareth Bale understands it, bro. Do you know what I mean? He understands it. And the truth is, yeah, a lot of these players, they're not going to say nothing because they want to get picked. And
they're getting paid too much, Rants.
Yeah, but even when I saw Grealish talking about the difference between Dean Smith and Pep Guardiola, it's like, he preferred playing for Dean Smith. I don't care how many trophies that Jack's won at Man City, yeah. Like, he never enjoyed playing for Pep Guardiola. It was obvious. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things where if the managers don't wind in their egos, yeah, like the game's only going to continue to get worse, bro.
Yeah, facts. No, it's an all-time low anyway. You know, can it get any lower, Rants? Let's be real with it. Can it actually get any lower? Yeah, what's the next thing that's going to happen? But we're going to slow down for another 10 minutes.
But this is what it is. These managers are like them dads.
30 seconds, sorry, bro.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
These managers are like them dads that try and fucking live through their children and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what we're seeing in football right now. These fucking old washed up dads, yeah, trying to live their career through their fucking sons on that. Like, my son's going to play in the NBA and that. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, your son's 5'8", bro. It's not going to happen. It's just looking real mad right now. Because a lot of these managers as well, it's like, your career's over, let it go. Like, let it go, bro. Let the players play. It's like, they don't want no players to outshine them. They don't want no superstar players. Like, I can't lie. Even when I saw Pep, yeah, like, shaking his head when Cherky was doing the kick-ups, I was like, bro, allow it, man. Like, it's not about you today, bro. You know them ones. Like, City are winning the game comfy. Man's doing kick-ups. He's enjoying himself. Let him enjoy himself. Like, why are you taking away from his moment and that? You're a weird guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, when I see these things, I'm just like, bro, just let it go. Just let it go, bro. You know what I mean? I can't stand stuff like that, bro. Like, I like my players to have their own personalities. I like them to have fun. I like them to express themselves, as long as it's not at the expense of the team, because the team always comes first. But if the team's winning and my players want to have a little bit of fun and they want to showboat, and bro, I encourage that shit. Now, it's game management, innit? At the end of the day, if you're doing it when we're 1-0 down, we've got a problem. If you're doing it when it's 0-0, we've got a problem, because it shows me you're not using your brain. But if we're 2-0 up and you're running down the clock here, it shows good game management. It shows me that you're self-aware enough to not do it at certain times where we're in danger. If we're not in danger, do it. Have fun. Do you know what I mean? Have fun, bro. Like, I have no problem with that, because it's not about me. Because at the end of the day, yeah, the players are going to do all that. As a manager, when your team wins, you get the plaudits anyway. So I don't need the attention, because I'm gonna get the plaudits when we win anyway. Because naturally, when teams win, the managers get a lot of the credit. So when the ball's on the pitch, let the players have their fun. Let them have their shine, bro. Like, I don't see the issue, bro. Like, now, it's like when you watch games now, the managers and the set piece coaches and all these other guys getting bare credit for what, bro? A fucking set piece coach. Like, brother, like, man never known what the backroom staff at any clubs look like before modern football, bro. I couldn't tell you who was in Fergie's backroom staff for most of my childhood. Couldn't tell you, bro. Because it's just not important, like. And that's the reality. So I think football's just gone too far the wrong way, bro. It's gone way too far the wrong way, man. And it needs to go back to the players being the main reason why we turn up, bro. Yeah, 100%. The coaches are control freaks, bro. I just think that, you know what's funny about football? Footballers are getting paid more, and they're worse, bro. Like, it's
the money's
so
gone up and the quality's gone down.
Yeah, like, they're getting paid more and they're shit, bro. Like, it's the wrong way around. I think it's weird. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there are footballers here that were so good and probably never made enough to retire. And then you get men that have made enough to retire by the time they're 20 years old and ain't won nothing.
And they ain't even played in the first team.
And they even played in the first team, and man are driving fucking Mercedes and that in the youth team. Brother, I'm seeing youth team players, yeah, that are not even playing in the Prem, driving Mercs and that, at like 17.
Yeah. Just passed their test of driving around in a fucking 300 grand car.
Brother. Like, bro, man. It's cooked,
it's embarrassing. Man, so this is the thing, yeah. It is embarrassing, because this is why these players will never come out and say anything. Yeah, I know that most of these players don't like how the managers are setting their teams up.
Yeah.
Because they're getting paid so much, they ain't going to say nothing. Yeah, you're telling me that all these players that are cropped at my club are happy with how Mikel Arteta is doing that team? They're all getting paid more money than they did in their previous club.
Yeah.
They're going to shut their mouth. If you 3 times, 5 times, 10 times your wages, you're going to shut up. Yeah. Then when you got the journalists in the press conferences, they're just putting the club narrative out. So now all the fans, you call the player out. You're negative. You got the Martin Odegaard agenda. You got a Madueke agenda. Yeah, you got a Bruno agenda. You got a Shaw agenda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the players are never going to come out and crucify the manager. Yeah, because they're getting paid too much. Yeah, Harry Maguire on 190 a week's a fucking disgrace. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, there was players back in the day that never earned 190. One sec, sorry.
Yeah, all good, bro. I said, Rants, you're going to acknowledge the Rashford performance. He's a rubbish player, bro. What's there to acknowledge? You know, when there are bare people getting gassed off Marcus Rashford, yeah? Running and then crossing the ball to no one, blood. One run in the game, bro. These football fans are amazing, bro. You know what I mean? What a mutant. You know what I'm saying? Did England, what was the score? Did England win that? Did Rashford score that? Man, they're getting gassed, bro, because man just showed pace and no end product like that in his whole career. Like, you see what I mean? But that ain't his whole career. Like, pace and no end product. Like, what are we doing? What the same bread that's been an unused substitute in the Champions League in all the big games? Yeah, get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean? 2026 Rashford prop. Yeah, bro. Can't lie, you need to touch grass, bro. Man needs to touch grass, you know. Barefoot, you know. Bit of grounding and that. Crazy work. Hey, man on, bro. Man said I don't rate Rashford. Anyone? There's no one that knows ball that rates Rashford in 2026. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no one. You know what I mean? So like, it just is what it is, bro. I can't lie. If you rate Rashford in 2026, bro, I don't know. You don't watch football. You don't watch football, bro. So it just is what it is, isn't it? Man said England gonna be starting Rashford and Saka on the wings, you know, brother. You know what's crazy, yeah? That 2026 Rashford for England is crazy, you know. Like, I can't even lie. Like, even being in the squad is crazy in 2026. They're talking about Rashford and that.
Rashford and Henderson is a disgrace, bro.
Brother, in 2026 is crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's absolute disgrace. But this is what it is. Yeah, I understand it, but that comes back to what we were saying earlier about like Jordan Henderson's been there, seen it, done it, won it, not with England. So he's there for the experience. Same with Rashford. Yeah, Rashford's there for the experience. So now other players, and he knows the England setup inside out. So does Henderson.
I think he's there because Tuchel don't know no one else. You know the one there.
Oh, you're hilarious.
No, you know the one. That's why I think he's there, bro. He was like, bro, listen, he played when I was here. You know the ones. That's what I think. That's what I think, bro. I think that's why he's there, bro.
Where's Danny Welbeck? Yeah, exactly. Where's Welbs?
Bruv, Welbeck's better than all these guys, bro. Like, Welbeck is better than flipping Calvert-Lewin, bro.
Oh, he's run Salah out of town, bro. I didn't tell him 3 years ago, Rants.
Brother, listen, hey, Gordon shits on Rashford, bro. I don't know what you're talking
Gordon's
about.
miles better than Rashford, but
Come on, mate.
I rate him, but I don't rate him, if that makes sense. I rate him, but the way people are talking about
listen,
it,
Gordon, yeah, is like an elite level meaty player, like, you know the ones there. Like.
He's a pace and power merchant.
Yeah, bro, that's what he is. But at least you know what you're gonna get. You see, when you talk about them 7 out of 10 ballers every week, I'll take an Anthony Gordon 7 out of 10 every week, then a Rashford 8 1 week, and then 7 threes in a row. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take a 7 out of 10 hard-working player that I know what I'm gonna get from this guy week in, week out. Marcus Rashford, you never know what you're getting from this guy, and more often than not, it's rubbish, bro. Like, no, thank you. Like, trust me.
Can't cross the ball.
What's that?
He can't cross the ball. He just runs the ball out of play,
bro. All the men that rate players like him, Lee, yeah, I know for a fact have never coached in their life, bro.
No, it's not even about coaching. They don't watch football, Rants.
Nah, but bro, it's different because you see when certain men watch football, it depends on how you watch football, Lee. Because when you watch football, for instance, yeah, certain men will watch football, but they're watching it and they decide how a player played based on if they got an assist or a goal. There's different ways to interpret it. You see, when you're coaching, yeah, and you're given the responsibility to pick a team that are going to win you the game, and if you don't win the game, it's your ass on the line.
Yeah.
That's when you start picking players that you can rely on, bro.
Yeah.
Because you know your job's on the line. You know what I mean? And players like him, you'll phase them out real quick. Because you're like, yo, I can't rely on this guy.
Most of these managers don't care if their job's on the line because they're getting the big payout.
No, I hear that also, but this is why at Barcelona... But this is why at Barcelona, as soon as Rafinha's come back, he's been frozen out, bro. Because Hansi Flick knows I can't rely on him. I can rely on Rafinha, bro. Because as a coach, you're going to pick the players that you can rely on.
And then when he does play, he's shit. But the amount of times here, I'll do Barca watch-alongs. Yeah, and he comes off the bench. And I'm like, oh, you can tell who the Prem player is. He can't cross the ball. Because everyone in La Liga can cross the ball, bro. Like, consistently well. Yeah, he comes off the bench, can't cross the ball, or he runs it out of play, or he hits the first man. Yeah, it's actually embarrassing that he's in the England squad. But this is why England won't win nothing. Yeah, Jordan Henderson shouldn't be in that England squad, bro. Yeah, like what we're doing. Why is Jude Bellingham in the England squad? He didn't play for 3 months.
He's been injured, but that's what I mean.
Why is he in the squad? Why is Bukayo Saka in there? Yeah, what's Bukayo Saka done to warrant an England call-up? Now, this is where England will always do this, and they always have done it all the way through history in my lifetime. Yeah, they pick players that are
they pick names, bro.
Yeah, fashionable. It's not based on form. Yeah, look at Theo Walcott when he went to the World Cup in 06. Yeah, they only picked him because he was the young up and coming superstar.
That was weird.
And they never played him.
Yeah,
but they took him for the Walcott hype. Yeah,
that was a weird situation. And now that, to be fair, I saw Ian Wright and them man talking about the fact that Trent now, like, Trent's not in the squad. And when you look at the players that were there, it's like, why haven't they taken Trent? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all a mad thing,
again,
bro.
Trent's barely played and he's been shit when he has. Yeah, when he's played, he's been rubbish, bro.
I just think in general, the
inconsistency the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got
the inconsistency though, because like you said, Jude hasn't played either, and Jude's there. So, and they've probably got more options in midfield than at right back. Midfield's probably England's deepest bag. Do you know what I'm saying? Right back, they ain't got no one. Well, they got Jed Spence, Konsa, Livramento. Livramento's good though. But
yeah, Livramento is a baller.
He is a baller, but you're not thinking about starting him right back for England. Because remember, there's no Walker, no Trippier, because they both retired. So the fact they've both retired and Reece James can't stay fit, you would think that Trent would be there.
The first name, yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that he's not, it's like, is it something else? You get me? So it's a bit of a weird one because Tuchel's just not been consistent with how he's picked the squad.
Yeah, but at the same time, on the flip side of that, he won every game, bro. So nobody can argue it until he loses.
Well, he hasn't lost anyway because they drew yesterday, right?
I don't know. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, they drew 1-1.
I'm Spanish, bro, so Spain won.
Yeah.
Lee Gonzalez, bro.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't even know if I don't know him. I ain't seen any of the footy. Yeah, but he hasn't lost a game since he's been England manager, I don't think. Oh, actually, maybe he lost to Senegal.
Right.
Maybe he lost to Senegal. I don't know. But in the qualifiers, he didn't lose a single game. I think he won every game.
Yes.
Yeah. So until he loses, yeah. But this is the problem with England. It's very much like Arsenal. When it matters, that's when they lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they look good on paper all the way through. Then when it really matters at crunch time, bang, England fold. Yeah. Harry Kane spoons a penalty into oblivion. Still orbit in space. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're bottle jobs, bro. But listen, Tuchel's a very good manager. I like Tuchel, yeah. And the fact he's German makes it even funnier. Yeah, it makes it even funnier. But an English team, England national team, has a German as the manager. That's hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. Is he German? But he's a good manager, and he's probably the best fit for the job. But at the same time, you're right. He's inconsistent with who he picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Pick players based on what they're doing. And we all know Saka's going to start. Did Saka start yesterday?
I'm not sure. I think Noni did because I think they changed up the team yesterday. I think it was Noni and Rashford. I think Noni got injured. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They said it was a changed team yesterday. That's what I mean. Ben White said he's only played 7 games. Why is he there over Trent? But I don't even know if Trent started 7 games for Real Madrid this season. I don't think he has.
Trent's been shit all season.
Yeah, so
I've watched it. I ain't watched every game, but I watched the highlights.
See, but bro, Roy Keane will sit there and pretend like he's watched La Liga. He probably doesn't know that Trent don't play.
Roy Keane couldn't name any players at Osasuna, bro.
Nah, probably not. No, bro, I don't think that Roy Keane's probably watched a La Liga game all season. He probably doesn't know that Trent don't play for Real Madrid. So again, it's one of them ones where it's a bit of a weird one. What's this? I said, Rants, we beat Saudi 4-0 yesterday and we faced Spain on Tuesday. Mamouche was on the score sheet. Hey, big up, my bro. Man said I saw Maguire in the highlights thumbnail. You man are trolling. I think Lee's frozen or something like that. Big up the chat. You know what I mean? We're wrapping up now anyway because Lee's got to go and we've got deluded waiting. We got 40 talk and back to back anyway, people. So, yeah, man. Let's get the likes up, people. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna redirect to footy talk with DG people. Because yeah, Lee was cutting anyway, but I think Lee's heading out to enjoy the sun. There he is. Yeah, he's cut out. So I don't know what's happened there, but big up everyone inside. You know what I'm saying? And literally we're coming straight back anyway, people.